Hey guys, it's Brian again with another ceiling fan video. What I have for you here is a 52-inch Craftmade CXL ceiling fan from March of 1996. Polished brass with oak blades, and the blades are reversible to a lighter oak finish, and it has an original Craftmade spotlight kit on it. It's hanging on a rather large down rod, but the fan itself is in mint condition. I actually picked this up from one of the wealthier houses out on the east side of Cleveland in a really nice neighborhood. Really big, fancy suburban home, which is usually where you'll find these kinds of fans. There's the Craftmade logo on the side of the switch housing. 3-speed reversible fan. It has the bigger 188mm motor, as the CXLs typically did. There's the tag on the top of the motor. I'll put a picture of that at the end of the video. You can see the other side of the blades is like a golden oak, and the bottom side is a darker oak. Really gorgeous fan. It does still need to be cleaned a little bit and wiped down, maybe polished up a little bit, but you know, the fan's in really good shape for hanging in the same house since it was brand new. It was never abused. It wasn't beat up or anything. It was actually in really nice shape. And I apologize for that creaking noise. That's the blender fan here. It's wobbling a little bit. So the CXL was actually a fan that I saw a lot as a child growing up in the Cleveland suburbs. A lot of the houses in my neighborhood were larger suburban homes, similar to one that this one came out of. And, you know, I saw a lot of these in polished brass, antique brass, white, all the various different finishes. Let me turn the spotlight on so you can see it. Works perfectly. Unfortunately, it's not a three-way, but considering that this fan was hanging on a very high ceiling, I'm not really surprised. Anyway, let's go ahead and we'll fire the fan up. Unfortunately, it's missing its original Craftmade pull chains, but whatever. Moving a pretty solid amount of air on low. These were definitely really, really nice performing fans. Very solid quality. There's medium. I apologize for the background noise. It's a rather windy day outside and my garage door is creaking a little bit. Only the tiniest, most minimal amount of wobble, but it's definitely cranking out some serious air. I mean, this is not a slouch. And here's high speed. I mean, this thing definitely keeps up with some K55 fans, I'll say that. It's putting out a really impressive amount of air for a spinner motor fan, but then again, it does have the larger 188 motor. I can see why people like these fans. This is definitely a keeper. I'll turn the light on for you. And by the way, this fan is 4 and 5 blade adaptable. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this coast down, and then I will put it with 4 blades and we'll see what it does. I used to not like Craftmade fans because they were so obnoxiously common, but to be quite honest, now everybody's replacing these fans with the new stuff, and these are starting to get a little bit more difficult to find. And I always did kind of have a thing for the CXLs, especially with those pretzel brackets. That's really cool. And I'm actually impressed with the performance of this fan. This is definitely close to the K55 category as far as performance goes. So this is a fan that I plan to keep in my collection. Maybe in the future I'll find a home for it. It's got a pretty good spin down. The bearings are in really good shape. So we'll be right back once we mount it with 4 blades. Okay, now here's the CXL with 4 blades. I actually don't mind the look. It's not bad. So let's go ahead and we'll fire it up again on low. It's definitely pushing out some air on low. I can feel it. Medium. It's not wobbling as bad with 4 blades. Must be one of the blades is warped a little bit. It's definitely cranking out some pretty big air. Like I said, I really don't mind it with 4 blades. I like this a lot more than the decorative with four blades. And there's high. Oh yeah, this is definitely a solid performer. Moving a ton of air. Do spin down. Yeah, I've definitely changed my opinion on Craftmade fans. You know, they're pretty basic fans as far as the decorative and the CXL goes, but they're not bad performers at all. They're actually very solid performing fans. So I actually quite like these fans. I mean, if I was gonna mount this somewhere, I definitely would put all 5 blades on it, but 4 blades on this doesn't look bad at all, especially with the spotlight kit. So there you have it. That's the 52-inch Craftmade CXL. Hope you guys enjoyed. Keep watching, more videos to come.